What's up with y'all, man? Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. It's your boy Tom. Get a tap back now. Video if I get to a great to God, if I got turning on God's over doors. And pay for you, putting the Lord's name pretty today. We're here to rap about the Washington Commanders and the three quarterbacks that are in question to be drafted by the Washington Commanders in this year's 2024 NFL Draft. If I get too far into it, though, quick verse of this from Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 22 and 23. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassion never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. So we're not consumed by darkness because of the Lord's love, first and foremost. Especially when you become a disciple, you always are full of light and happiness and things of that nature. Even when things are kind of down, you stay positive because of the Lord's light. Number two, um, also say the Lord's love never fails, man. So the Lord's compassion will never fail you. You will always be able to get back up because of the Lord's compassion. And it happens every morning. Every morning's a clean slate. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you keep in mind. Let's get right into today's video, though. So, got three quarterbacks to talk about today. Drake May, Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy. Pros and cons of both quarterbacks. I'm gonna give y'all a ceiling and floor for each one. We're gonna end the debate once and for all, and we're gonna pick. I'm gonna select who I think the pick will be for the Washington Commanders and who I would select if I was a GM. Right. So let's start with Jaden Daniels, the presumed favorite in the clubhouse. 6'4", 205, 210 pounds. Uh, really decent arm. Throws with very good anticipation. Has a good foot base, good footwork as he throws the ball. Good mechanics, consistent mechanics. One con with Jaden, I think that is noticed is he doesn't have the strongest arm of the world. And also my second con for Jaden is can he do better? Can he do what he does with less? Only I said because he was thrown to Brian Thomas Jr. He made Brian Thomas Jr. look very good because Brian Thomas Jr. had the stats he had to this year. So I'll give him that. But Malik Neighbors is a dog, period. Malik Neighbors is a dog. You had a really good offensive line. You had a guy like Lacey as well, catching the ball, doing some good things. You had some really good weapons in LSU as well as a good offensive line. Can you do similar production with less? Only two cons with Jay and Dame, but it's a lot to like here. My comp for him is Randall Cunningham. I think that's his ceiling. I think his floor is Dak Prescott. So if his floor is Dak, you're talking about a borderline top 10 quarterback in the league, top 10 to 12 quarterback for sure. Bare minimum. And I think that his ceiling is Randall Cunningham, which is a heck of a quarterback. The Vikings version of Randall Cunningham, by the way. Next, we're going to talk about Drake May. You want to see quarterback 6'2", about 230 pounds. Ran a pretty. I don't think he ran the 40. I don't know what his 40 time was. But really strong arm. Rocket of an arm. Very mobile, just like Jaden, but not as mobile as Jaden. But he's mobile enough. He'll run for a first down. He'll be great in the red zone. He'll get in the end zone, stuff like that. Really good mobility here with Drake May. And what I like about Drake is he plays so well in a position for someone that's so raw. He doesn't have great mechanics, great footwork, anything like that, but he could play well into the position to actually play decently and not be total trash. And with the footwork being bad and everything else, but that's the cons. Footwork is terrible. Accuracy is terrible because of the footwork being terrible. So both those things are really bad for Drake May right now, and they're hurting his stock, I think, in my opinion. But his floor is Mitchell Trubisky, which is a backup quarterback, can come in and play here and there for you. Ceiling is Justin Herbert. My comp for him is somewhere in the middle. Somewhere right in the middle. Right in the middle. Just trying to think of the best guy for this right in the middle comparison. Blake Bortles can show you some good things, but has not been consistent and probably end up being a backup. That is my comp right now for one Drake May. As of right now, I say his ceiling is Justin Herbert. His floor is Mitchell Trubisky. His comp is probably a guy like Blake Bortles. Excuse me. A guy like Blake Bortles, or in a guy like Daniel Jones, something like that, son of that ilk, he'll do some good things. He might have a really good rookie season or a really good season here and there, but just not as consistent as you want him to be. Now, JJ McCarthy, pros, manages the game very well. He's a very good game manager. He doesn't throw a ton of footballs up for grabs, not throwing a whole bunch of crazy passes. He will throw in tight windows. He will throw some tight windows and make some good tight window throws. The arm talent is better than I thought. I think he has a better arm than I thought he had. And finally, he takes what the defense gives him. Cons. He hasn't proved he can carry a team yet. His most pass attempts in the game is 37. I think most guys are going to throw the ball 30, 34 times a week anyway. So you're throwing slightly above average with what teams, that's your highest passing attempt game in your career. Kind of worries me. Can you carry a team when they take the run away and say, hey, JJ beat me? Can you beat them from the pocket consistently? Can you throw these downs on 3rd and 9, throw these downs on 3rd and 10 on a consistent basis? I don't mean once in a while. I mean consistently, week after week. That's a huge question. Can you carry a team to victory when you don't have the run game? The offensive line ain't playing as well. They're playing well enough, but they're not playing great. You know what I'm saying? Can you carry a team to victory? They lean on that run game and that defense in Michigan. JJ just had to manage the game. You know what I'm saying? So my number one con with that is that. Number two, will the mistakes pile up with more pass attempts? Because he wasn't throwing a lot in Michigan. So when the passes increase, does he make more mistakes? Never concerned. And my final concern with JJ is he looks so, I don't think he looks raw, but does he really have a high ceiling? My floor for him is Teddy Bridgewater, which is a good game manager, and Alex Smith with a bigger arm. I think his comp is Jake Plummer. Really solid NFL starter. Won't get you to the promised land by himself, but he'd be a nice contributor factor to a huge playoff run or even a Super Bowl. But his biggest con is he's a winner. Huge con. Biggest pro, not biggest con. Biggest pro, he's a winner. That's huge. Huge. When winning's around you, you bring a winning attitude and you want to win. That is huge, right? So I gave all the pros and cons. He sells the floors for all these guys. Who would I select? I would select Drake May because of the ceiling. I really think he could be Justin Herbert 2.0 with quarterback teaching. You got a guy like David Blau in the building. You got Tavita Pritchard. Got Cliff. Got all these other former quarterbacks, even Doug Williams in the front office. Got all these former quarterbacks around you that can teach you the game and really help you grow as a quarterback. So I think that's huge for Drake May coming in here as an NFL rookie trying to learn and try to get better. Right. So I think that would be huge. They can fix the footwork issues. I think that fixed the accuracy issues and allows him to flourish. Now, who I think the Commanders will select, they're taking Jayden Daniels. I actually believe that now. I believe that not because of the rumors. I believe that they want a guy who can play the position right away. They don't have to teach a lot to, but just teach how to refine, not fix anything, but refine things. They're looking for a guy that can refine and maximize their talent. Not looking for a guy they need to fix. Now, they were Google Gaga over Drake made that pro day. So maybe they might be leaning toward Drake. We'll see. But I think right now, today, my prediction is that they will take Jayden Daniels for the number 2 pick overall in the 2024 NFL draft. What says you? This is the final debate I'm going to have between these three. I'm not going to do no more videos on these three. I'm done with it. I'm not doing no more. I'll probably do a Bo Nix and Michael Penix situation, kind of similar how Rio did it for a mock draft. And my final predictions for every round in 2024 NFL draft will be my final mock. And I'll have a group mock sometime next week before the draft. So I got to be safe and healthy. And I'll catch y'all next one. Peace, love, and blessings.